stalker versus puncher, and it's really a consistent amount of action.
Haglar perhaps received his greatest publicity in an article in Sports Magazine earlier, Sports Illustrated magazine earlier this year. Given some national publicity. Haglar trying to keep Bennie away. Right now in this round, he's doing a pretty successful job.
But how long can Marvin go on? He's doing a great job now. He's boxing from both sides.
1 minute to go in round 3.
Bennie is really putting the pressure on. He is cutting the ring off. That's a mark of a real pro when you can see a guy who has a runner that has him just moving in his pace and in his direction. I don't think Marvin needs to stand there any longer than he just did.
Haglar can't exchange punches with Briscoe. They're both knockout artists.
Yes, they are.
Haglar has 33 in 43 fights. Briscoe has 50 in 82 fights. The ratio, I think, is a little bit in favor of Haglar. 10 seconds to go in the round. Good uppercut by Haglar. There's blood over the right eye. Haglar's cut over the right eye.
He's definitely cut over the right eye, and that can really be a contributing factor. And I think it really came from a butt, not solid punches.
There you see referee Tommy Reed, and now Haglar's corner in the background, working on Marvin. Is that a yawn?
No, I think that's more or less a huff to try and get that mouthpiece out.
Let's take a look at the end of the round on the replay so we can determine how that cut was open.
It's really a headbutt. If you can see him on the inside, there you see him hitting Bennie. Bennie's stalking him. He's taking his time. He's constantly getting hit, though. But wait a minute here. You should see them on the inside. That's the end of the round.
We never did see anything to open
the cut.
But
if you look a little closer, start of the next round, you'll see Bennie with the head movements on the inside.
Round 4. Haglar cut over the eye. Briscoe bleeding from the nose. Let's see if Bennie tries to work on that right eyebrow. Does this change your fighter's plan? Will Haglar
Yes, it could. But again, Haglar has a considerable amount of experience. He seems to be sticking with his plan, although he is widening the circle that he's moving on. His punches, they're pretty much the same as they were in the first round, but they're lacking the accuracy. You'll notice he's trying to get away, and he's using now all of the ring, as to where in the first 2 or 3 rounds he was using a small circle. He's widening the scope.
Pretty even fight so far. 1 minute gone now in round 4. Briscoe against the ropes.
You know, you have to stop and wonder what makes Bennie Briscoe go on. I mean, he's 35 years old. For the past decade or so, he's fought the best that there's ever been, and he continues to amaze people.
We just got that right eyebrow of Haglar again. I think the cut is open. What makes Bennie Briscoe go on is some real good paydays. There's a clinch by Haglar.
I've got a feeling that Bennie just might wear Haglar down. If it goes into the 6th or 7th round, I'm going to have to go with Bennie and change my prediction.
Haglar bleeding again from that right eyebrow. 1 minute to go in the round.
That could really be a problem. It's over the eye, too. It could easily dip into the eye.
It's winking because blood is getting in the eye. Less than a minute to go in the round. A lot of blood around the eye of Haglar. that jab over the eyebrow.
That jab is the most unorthodox but the most effective jab in Philadelphia boxing.
Haglar scoring with head punches, but Briscoe wearing down that body, and that eye is getting stung every time.
Marvin is starting to open his mouth to breathe. Another sign of fatigue. You can see Marvin now. He's opening his mouth to breathe.
Approaching the end of round 4.
5 seconds left.
This is some great infighting. Here's the end of the round. The end of round 4, and Haglar is really cut over that eye.
Yes, he is.
I'll have to give that round to Briscoe on the basis of the damage he did to the eye and the stalking.
There's a doctor in the corner now. That'll probably really shake Haglar up. Although he has had a considerable amount of fights, there's still the point of him being a younger fighter. He's not going to have to deal with that cut the way Bennie Briscoe would learn how to. Bennie's not.
Once again, would like to welcome our viewers in Boston Garden, and should mention we have a New England flavor to this telecast because I grew up in Massachusetts, and our director, Frank DeVincentis, is from Situate, just south of Boston. Round 5. Haglar comes out with a sneaky right. Clean, but sneaky.
Yep, but then again, remember they tell you, protect yourself at all times.
That's right. Briscoe looks like he just comes right at you.
That's it. And if you'll notice, he changes really good direction for a 35-year-old fighter. It's like he has some form of radar as to where his opponent is. He's right there all the time. He's taking advantage of the openings. He's not a great headhunter, but he's really a tremendous body puncher.
Haglar wants to punch it out now, I think. I think he wants to get this fight over with.
I don't think he really wants to do that as bad as he may seem. I think what's happened is he's trapped there, and he's a little too tired to really exhaust himself and getting out.
Now he throws Briscoe against the ropes. That doesn't faze Bennie.
No, Bennie's been thrown against the rope by
the best of them.
The very best of them.
As we said, he's fought for the world championship 3 times.
Yes.
Haglar looking for his first shot at the world title.
And fought 5-time world champion Emil Griffin on 2 different occasions.
Against the ropes.
Haglar seems really fatigued. He's leaning back on his heels, and we've got almost 2 minutes into the round. Bennie wanting to be a little apologetic there for a little low blow.
Blood dripping again from the right eyebrow of Marvin Haglar. Blood all over the eye.
Yes, there's blood dripping down Marvin Haglar's right eye and down the right side of his neck.
1 minute to go in the round. Is there enough blood? Is it cut enough for the doctor to ask that the fight be stopped?
Well, actually, what's going to have to happen is that it's a judgment call again. The fighter may not feel that it is. The corner may not feel it, but the doctor does have the last say, and it's very difficult to say.
Haglar rallying. Some good punches to the head of Bennie Briscoe. Haglar scoring late in the 5th round.
Haglar's eye does look a little angry now.
Left hook by Haglar. Uppercut. I'd say Marvin has rallied here in the last half of this round to at least get the 5 points or win the round. And it's just about back to even as we're halfway through this fight. There's the end of round 5. Bennie Briscoe says that he's not really leery about fighting left-handers, but he says you can't train for lefties in the gym every day. Southpaws create trouble for everybody, but he says the money is good, and that's why he took the fight. We have the attendance here at the Spectrum, 14,930. That sets the record for the largest indoor non-title fight in Philadelphia. Make that in Pennsylvania history. The old record was just over 13,000. Gypsy Joe Harris against Emil Griffith.
My idol.
Round 6. Haglar coming out with that jab. Briscoe tries to bore in, and I think Briscoe connected with the punch to stop Marvin's movement for a moment. The cut over the eyebrow was opened in the 3rd round. Briscoe has been bleeding from the nose since the 1st round, but it has been under control. That it's